Hi, and thanks for stopping by the YouTube channel of the Tech Geeks. We're a small team of professionals that love finding solutions for our customers. We're based across Europe, New Zealand, and Australia. We're here in May 2024, and I like to give just a little roundup of where I see the marketplace has gone. I might be slightly biased this month. I had the privilege to sit down, Gio and I had the privilege to sit down with Robert Perra, the founder and CEO of Ubiquity at the World Conference here in Sydney of Ubiquity just last week. And his passion and desire for the solutions that he makes, and that is infectious. I do love the Ubiquity range. I've been a long-term supporter of that. I think that there is long-term stability coming in many of the products. We've got some great new products coming as well. So I'm sorry if I'm slightly biased this month in that area, but I love infectiousness of CEOs that say this is what we want to do. And I do think that Ubiquity are trying to set a foundation that will see them for many years to come. So in that whole area that we see, what do we see? We see a growth in building management systems, whether it be Ubiquity or other companies, integration of door entry systems with cameras that interact with your identity system, that interact with your directory servers, that store data, that allow you to use apps on your phone to easily sign up to VPNs, but at the same time unlock doors. I think we're seeing a great convergence of these technologies, and we will see that greater where we see just access points and camera management and switches. I think we're going to see firewall, for some of the vendors, going to see firewall management come into that as well. So it's an exciting space to look at this moment in time. We're seeing fairly good supply. I think wherein manufacturers bring out new products, we are seeing that surge for people to buy them, and then they go out of stock for a few months at a time. So if you have your ear to the ground and you're aware of some of the new products, I would get in early, or where they're allowed to pre-order. Many on our website, we allow pre-ordering. Come and grab a pre-order option with us, which will secure that product for when it comes out. What do we see in the firewall space? Again, that whole single pane of glass, collecting data from everything that we can, whether it be a switch, a firewall, physical firewall appliance, a software appliance, servers, endpoints. That information can be used and managed and give us a great idea of what's going on. Traditionally, we've been used to this, what we call a vertical attack, where somebody has got access to our network generally from one direction. They've come in through a vulnerability and got access to a device. Now we see a horizontal attack where they've already compromised a device and now they're spread out through the network. We're looking for protection that comes from that, and that only comes from collecting data from switches and from endpoints, because it's no longer traveling through your firewall. So there are some vendors out there, WatchGuard, Sophos, many of those out there, Fortinet, that are buying companies, adding that stuff together that then links in with Azure or AWS and collects that information into a data lake. So if you are looking to collect and manage that information, talk to us. We're happy to find solutions that will work for you. We're also seeing a lot more moves to the managed detection and response. That whole thing of how there's so much data here. How do I know if I'm getting compromised? Or I don't have the resources to know all of the time if something's happening. And those are great products. Sophos got one, WatchGuard got one. Those are the two that we're probably promoting at the moment the most. If you want a solution where you've got a team of people round the clock looking at your network and ready to alert and to start a remediation when they say, I've seen this compromise happen, or this laptop or something's entered into your network, then reach out to us, because I do think in set up in the right way, you can gain an extra sense of peace of mind, knowing there's another set of eyes looking at that information. You don't give away your information, you aren't losing it, but we are managing it and creating something greater from it. So I do hope you find this YouTube channel useful. Supply is pretty good for all the products that we carry. Just pre-order where you need to. But why don't you see some of those other things that we've got? We've got stuff recently done on how to configure Armada. I've got one on a TP-Link VG project that I'm doing with 26 cameras and how that all comes together. That should be out later this month. Plenty more box openings on some of the new Ubiquity intercom and stuff like that products as well. We've got one coming on what do I need to run Reolink cameras and how to set up the MVRs and everything that relate to that. So I do hope you find it useful. Hang around, subscribe, and I'm sure that we'll see you over the coming months.